everyone, and welcome back to Influenced by Kim. I'm your host, Hofi Kim Cohen-Myers, and I'm very excited to have this podcast episode. I feel like it just couldn't wait any longer. And today's podcast episode is going to be all about the liver and gallbladder miracle cleanse that I just finished. Yes, we can say now that I finished it a week and 2 days ago. This is the Andreas Moritz, excuse me if I'm fudging that up, the Andreas Moritz Cleanse, which is a very famous book that you can order right off of Amazon. I'm going to be sharing with you guys how the cleanse went through, what my results were, what's the do's, what's the don't, how things took an unexpected turn towards the end after the cleanse, things that are really important, and my results and why I'm gonna freaking do it again. So without further ado, I want to dive into it. But you know what? Before I do, I want to say this. This episode is going to be probably TMI. If you don't know what TMI means, it's going to be too much information. Some of it might be gross, and if you're just like, that's not for you, probably should hit stop or next, if you know what I'm saying. I'm kind of going to be really unfiltered, probably in a way that I've never been unfiltered before, because what we're really talking about is cleaning your liver and your gallbladder, which equals stones, and this is a cleanse, and so you're welcome. So, I really wanted to record this episode because at this point in time, I had just completed this cleanse, which is a 7-day cleanse. So for a while, people were asking me, how long is this cleanse? And I was kind of confused on how to answer it until it was complete, because some people say it's 6 days, some people say it's 7 days, and I am here to tell you that it is 7 days, and you should probably, in your brain, just think 8. 8, because you're gonna need a day to rest. The last 2 days of the cleanse, I fucking didn't sleep at all. So, I really got any sleep for like 2 days straight, and you want to be resting the following day after everything that your body had just gone through. So I do want to tell you that. Now, I had just completed this cleanse, and it is, what is it right now? It's February. The actual cleanse, the releasing of the stones, happened on February 17th, which I intentionally did to align with the new moon, which had the highest probability of releasing the most amount of stones, which in my brain is like, go big or go home. If you know anything about me, I just go all in. Wow, it's so funny. One of my followers / friends, it was a follower that became a friend, Robin. What did she say? She was funny. She's just like, not everyone's like you. Like, you really go like, you're psycho. Like, you're balls in. Like, you're just, when you do shit and you decide, like, you're just a beast. And I really am. So the reason why I'm saying this is because the cleanse, I did it on the new moon, which has the highest probability of a release. So in my brain, it's like, it's kind of like doing 2 or 3 cleanses in one, like the intensity level of how much you're going to release. So if you're going to do it, might as well do it right. Might as well get the highest probability of you releasing the highest amount of stones. This is actually my first day feeling good, like stable. I had an episode of like an unexpected turn that happened where it was life-threatening towards the end. I will get to that towards the end, but I wanted to say on repeat now that I have not gotten a chance to say is this is very interesting because I just did Andreas Moritz cleanse. This is the liver and gallbladder, right? But like last year in April, I had done the Medical Mediums 369 liver cleanse, and that one is 9 days. And I have yet to meet personally myself someone who has done both cleanses. I actually did record a podcast episode about doing the 369 medical medium liver cleanse, and that shit was brutal. But I recorded the podcast episode. I don't think I ever released it. It's still on my phone because I wasn't sure if what happened to me afterwards was related to the cleanse or it was like what was happening in my personal life. And so now that I have more clarity on that, I can release the episode. So I guess what I'm going to do is I'm kind of going to do something funky. I'm going to talk today about this cleanse specifically. And then sometime in the future, be on the lookout, I'm going to release the podcast episode of the 369 liver cleanse and my experience with it and like what I saw, like the differences that I saw within my body and stuff, which I have to say, these two cleanses, they're actually the most popular. Both of these are the most popular liver cleanses that are out there. And the 369 is 9 days. And I'm going to talk more maybe towards the end of the episode, but they are two completely different fucking things. And I have yet to meet someone that I know that has done both. And I would just love to talk to you. Like, talk to me. Send me a DM. Write me somewhere. Let's freaking talk. Like, because they are two completely different journeys. They require different things. The only main thing that they have in common, both cleanses, is the fact that you have to have a no fat, no protein diet. It's basically a vegan situation, which is fine. I'm a vegetarian for like 32 years, so it's all good. But even though I am, it's still fucking hard because I love my avocados and I love my olive oil. And I, like, it's intense. But I'm going to say that as of now, I felt different from both of them. I got different results from both of them. The restrictions and like what you're allowed to eat versus what you're not allowed to eat were different. The results were different. The mental capacity of like discipline was different. I'm going to get more into that at the end of this episode. Okay, so that's what this episode is going to be. It's going to be about this cleanse, and then I'm going to tell you guys what I think about both of them. And then in a different episode, I'll put the other one. Then you guys can just like feed off of both of them. Okay, cool. Awesome. Sounds great. Anyways, okay, so let's get started, even though we already have. So I decided to do the liver and gallbladder miracle cleanse, which this book has been, there was an original copy of it, and then it was rewritten, I believe. Yeah, and so there's like a newer version, and that's the one that I have, even though the author passed away. But I was actually told about this cleanse. I don't know. I have shame in saying that I was told about this cleanse probably like 3 years ago, but it wasn't the time for me. I was told about this cleanse by my really good friend Ivy, who has done this cleanse multiple times. She's an incredible friend of mine, beautiful boss babe woman, mother. I don't know, there's so many ways to describe her, but she has 4 beautiful children, under 8. And I don't know if she was struggling with fertility originally, and these are all naturalness, but she definitely had an issue with estrogen dominance, which is an issue that I have. I just 3 years ago, when she told me about it, I don't know. I just didn't fully understand like what the heck the liver does. I just didn't know what I know today. But she basically detoxed herself through many times of this cleanse. Now, when you read the book will tell you to do 8 to 12 cleanses and to keep doing them until you basically have no stones. And I want to say this loud and clear. Everyone has stones. Everyone has stones, you guys. I want to just say this out there because it's not said enough and people don't know this, and that's a whole rabbit hole within itself about, you know, agendas and governments and organ harvesting and just so many different things. But everyone has stones. In fact, if you watch TV, you get stones from watching TV, but there's a whole chapter on that. Not a chapter, but like a paragraph on the fact that watching TV gives you stones because of basically, I mean, there's so many different ways we get stones, but the stones themselves are made out of cholesterol. I cannot pronounce that well. Sorry, kids. Stones, the gallbladder stones, they are made out of cholesterol. But what's actually fucking crazy, because I'm a psycho going down the rabbit hole kind of a gal, I've seen a lot of people like cut open their gallstones and put them underneath a microscope, and there's like a lot of parasite eggs. It's so fucking disgusting. I cringe. So these stones actually float in the toilet when you release them. I found that to be very interesting, like very scientific, because I used to see all these people always take pictures of their stones, and I'm like, that is so fucking disgusting. I don't know how you did that. It just, I'm like, ew, like, is that poop? Like, what are you digging in your poop? Like, what is happening? So I'm here to come back. I'm here to be the one to come back and tell you that it is not inside of your poop. No one's digging in their poop to find the stones. Gallbladder stones float. They float. That's how you know what they are. They have a distinct color. There's actually a few different colors, but they tend to be like a dark green, but then there's some that are like really dark green. They come in all shapes and sizes. Some are a pea shape. Sorry, like peas. Pea size, I mean. Some are like 3 to 5 peas put together size. Others are lentil size, and some are half a lentil. A lot of those. A lot of those. And apparently those are the new ones. So these are like fun facts for you. The bigger ones have been there longer, but so they do float, and they're made out of toxins that your body just cannot like clear on its own. And it has to do with a lot of different factors. But I want to say that everyone has stones, and they're fucking up your liver. They're making your liver not function well. If you don't know what the liver does, it basically cleans out your entire fucking body. Anytime you're exposed to anything that's deadly, chemicals, dangerous, your liver is the one who's saving you. Hormones, blood, like the liver literally filters fucking everything. And so if your liver is sluggish and not functioning well, you're gonna have not a great time on planet Earth, to say the least. You're just going to be struggling. You're going to have pain. You're not going to feel good. You're going to get sick fast, and it's going to catch up with you. And your liver definitely keeps a score. And when I say that, I mean that. I don't think a lot of people full-blown understand that. I will get back to IV in a second, and this is what I want to explain. So I just turned 40, and I actually think I'm secretly 38, probably, because there's a new conspiracy theory that a minute is no longer a minute. So I actually love this conspiracy theory. It blows my mind, not because I want to pretend like I'm young, but because, holy fuck, like, what the fuck, you guys? What's it called? So this is so fucking wild. So there was this girl, and she made a video. She's like, a minute is no longer a minute. She's like, a minute is 60 seconds. A minute is 60 seconds, right? When we were kids, we used to say 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, right? I'm gonna count. Well, apparently a minute is not a minute anymore, and we don't know because clocks have been switched into digital clocks, and so there's no like clocks on the wall, and the clocks that are on the wall, the seconds moves really fast. Faster than it used to when we were kids. You know what I'm saying? 90s, millennials, babies, you know what I'm saying? Or even people from before that. The seconds are moving really fast. And so I went into her, I counted, and I got 40. Okay, I got 40 in a minute. The second time, that was the first time. The second time I got 45 seconds. Jaw dropped. The next time I got 39 seconds. And I was timing for the moment that the number switches, a minute switches, boom, start counting. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. You tell me what you got. This is a real thing. So the comments were flooded, and the average person, there were people all over the world that did the thing. And I even shared all my stories, and most people noticed it a minute is 45 seconds. And then I like talk to Google or ChatGPT or whoever the fuck. No, ChatGPT is literally the worst when it comes to math. Like, math and numbers, don't even give it to him. He's just terrible. But anyways, now the AI gods are gonna like kill me. So, oh, this fucking world. So, it turns out that in a year, with that fucked up calculation that a minute is really 45 seconds, I'm really good with numbers though. So then in a year, you're losing 91 days. Basically, it's lying to you, and it's telling you that you're 91 days per year older than you actually are, which in 3 years equivalents to an entire year. So the last 3 years, like, do you kind of get it? The last 3 years, a year of your life has been stolen and no one even told you, and you're probably at best a year younger than you think that you are. Shit's gnarly, y'all. Like, I cannot with this earth. So I'm like, how long have we had these technology? How long, I just kind of did the math, and I realized that they probably have been fucking with us since COVID. So my conspiracy theory is that I'm really 38. But anyways, so your body keeps a tally on you. I just had to. I'm sorry. There's things that this is what I have this podcast for. Like, if I just can't say all my fucking amazing, incredible, intelligent as fuck conspiracy theories, then like, I don't want to have this channel. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Glad we got that out of the way. Your body keeps a tally. So what does that mean? One sec. Let me take a sip of water. It means this. So let's go on the 40 years. So for the last 10 years, I've been eating really healthy, like organic, healthy, clean, green juices, ginger shots, like just doing all the fucking things. If you know me, you know me. I do all the fucking things. My house is 90% clean, probably more than 95. As far as chemicals go, from laundry detergent to hand wash soap to our bed, our freaking mattress is organic, like our bed sheets, like I threw away so much clothes, like I only want leather, wool, linen, and cotton. I take this shit really fucking seriously, but I've been this way for 10 years, but guess what? For 30 years, fuck no. I was not that bitch. I gave zero fucks. I couldn't get me to eat a fucking salad. I would laugh at you if you thought that I can eat a ginger shot or whatever. Like, hell no, I didn't even like half the fucking vegetables. I probably liked like 2 vegetables, okay? I was just a special type of vegetarian that ate carbs and dairy and felt sick every single day, multiple times a day, nauseous and sick, and didn't know what the fuck is wrong with me? Meanwhile, I was eating hot Cheetos and junk food. Never liked soda. Thankfully, drank mostly water. Never did drugs. Never smoked. Was never a drinker. But, I ate like really terrible shit. I also traveled to 70 countries, and I know that has a toll on the body. Many countries over. Like, traveling to 70 almost countries, there's 68 countries in like 6 years is gnarly as fuck. If you don't know, I'm a travel blogger originally. And so anytime you're basically, what I'm trying to say is this, is even though I've been healthy as fuck for the last 10 years, that does not erase 30 years of abusing my body. And I am probably, even in that category of me saying abusing my body, I'm probably like, compared to the average person, I'm a fucking angel with wings working for God kind of a thing. Like, if you know me, like I said, like I don't drink, I don't like do drugs, I was always scared to take medicine. Like, even with all of the shenanigan, still, I did not eat good. I slept like shit. I killed myself. I like the hustle culture. Like, let's get 3 hours of sleep because that's fucking cool. No, it's not. It's terrible. All these things cause stones. Taking medicine causes stones. Watching TV causes stones. I can just go on and on what causes stones, and no one fucking talks about it because we live in a fucking deep state agenda world where they just want to harvest our organs. And I'm not saying that sarcastically. I really do mean it. Most people don't know that they actually have something wrong with their gallbladder until they're literally throwing up. I never know how to pronounce this. Bile, which is like this liquid that's in your liver, and like your fucking liver and your gallbladder are fucking like, it's kind of like driving a car without oil. You know what happens? You're going to fucking burn your engine dry and your car is like really bad. That was a good metaphor because that's actually happened to me. The first day that I got my license, I did something most teenagers would probably understand, and I was just driving fast and I hit a ditch and I scratched the bottom of my car and all the oil of my car leaked, and I just kept driving. I had a BMW. I kept driving, and then my car just got stuck in an intersection and all this smoke started to come out. I was basically driving the car with zero fucking oil, which is so dangerous, so insane. I don't even know how I got out of that intersection. That was so overwhelming. What the fuck? But I remember my dad wanted to kill me. He really wanted to kill me. The engine was like almost gone, but forever there were problems with that car because of that. But basically the only solution was to essentially replace the engine, which at that point it obviously wasn't worth it since it was like a used BMW. And it's the worst thing you can do because you'll just fuck up your car. But most people don't know that you can't drive a car without oil until their fucking engine blows up. And that's the same exact thing that happens with people's gallbladder. People don't know that they even have fucking stones until they're like, your stones are so out of control, we need to remove your organ. And a lot of times there's scarcity around this, and they will kind of make you feel like you have no choice. Now, this is where something beautiful happens because some of you are really fucking cool. And I don't even think, it's not even about being cool, but I have a follower who wrote me who actually did this cleanse 3 times, and she was in this situation. She abused her body, and not like abused, but like, you know, whatever, okay? Like she just like didn't eat right and like smoked and drank and did all the fucking things that most people do, and she needed to get her gallbladder removed, and instead she did the cleanse, and she didn't need to get her gallbladder removed, and she changed her lifestyle. She did the cleanse 3 times. And congrats to her. She didn't want to lose her organ, and so that was an alternative. But some people don't actually get to a place where they get that choice. People, like, I posted a lot about this on stories on Instagram, and I do have a story highlight because somebody asked me to to create a story highlight. So I did do that of my journey. So you can definitely reference back to that on my Instagram. Literally my name, Hufi Kim Cohen on Instagram. And I have a really, really, really good friend, family friend, whatever you want to call it, that I've known for 30 years. And I was just so unfortunate to find out that she had her gallbladder removed like a couple of months ago. I just kind of feel like shit about it because I'm like, fuck, I like love this little girl. Like she's not little, she's 30, but she's like a little sister to me. I have known her since she was a child, and I'm like, fuck, like if only I would have had the balls to do this cleanse earlier, maybe I could have influenced her, helped her in some sort of a way. And so this is why I'm really like creating this episode. I want to help as many people as I can. And so here's what I'm trying to say is you do have a choice, but I'm not here to give you medical advice. Okay, I'm not a doctor, all that shenanigan disclosure situation. I'm going to say this. If you're going to do this cleanse, get the fucking book. You will thank me. I'm not going to tell you guys on this podcast episode how to do it because this is a very serious cleanse to do. The book says that it's like giving yourself surgery without going underneath, what is it called? Underneath the blade, the knife, whatever. Okay. So, and you do kind of feel like that for the next like few days after it, you have to be like very gentle with yourself, but this is like serious, you know, it's not this cleanse is not a fucking joke. It's serious. We're talking about gallbladder, gallstones. Gallstone can get stuck in your intestines. That could be life-threatening. So I'm not going to give you guys instructions on how to do the cleanse. I will tell you that it requires drinking 1 liter of apple juice every day for 6 days. And I might share a few other things, but you really do need to read the book, because the book has like a specific timeline. Like at 6 o'clock, you have to do this. And at 10 o'clock, you have to do this. And at 8, you have to do this. And at 9:45. So it's like, you really need to read. And there's a lot of information, and it's a lot. And I just, what the fuck? Like the day before, like I don't know, there's like this 48-hour period, maybe 72-hour period, where I probably referenced back to the book. I took it with me everywhere. I reread certain I reread it like fucking 30 times, if not more, in those 72 hours of the stones coming out to the day before to the day after. Like, you're gonna like read it, some paragraphs, like over and over and over again. And you're going to have, and then after you, like, before you release, you're going to have, like, questions. And before, during, you're going to have, like, questions. When the stones come out, you're going to have questions. And then, like, you're going to need to, like, and then, like, after the whole thing happens, you're going to want to read the book. So, but there's just, like, it really gets deep. It's a great book. And, yeah, I do have a link also in my Instagram account. I might link it somewhere in the show notes, possibly. That's something I do want to say before I get started. And then I'm going to tie this in with the fact that your body keeps a tally. So even though for 10 years I was eating clean, it doesn't matter, because for 30 years I did not. And your body doesn't forget. And the shit that I did for 30 years is still in my body. And the stones from when you were a kid, they're still in your body. They don't vanish. They don't disappear. They're fucking in your body. So if you had like the surgery when you were a kid and you were giving anesthesia, whatever, that shit's still in your body. I mean, it's just, I feel like I can create like multiple podcast episodes just on this whole cleanse alone. It's wild. It's crazy. If you ever taken medicine, you have stones. If you ever watched TV, you have stones. If you've ever been stressed, you have stones. If you've ever been in survival mode, you have stones. I mean, I can go on and on. I'm going to go back to my friend Ivy. My friend Ivy told me to do this cleanse. She kept like telling me, Kim, you need to do this. Kim, you need to do this. Kim, you have to do this before you try to get pregnant. Listen to me. And I was just like scared. Well, in the beginning, it just like felt like, no, that's okay. I'm just going to do a different one. I'm just going to do the medical medium, and I'm going to be okay. And then, and so hold on, I'm going to rewind all of this. So she used to have estrogen dominance, which many, 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 many women do. In fact, most people do nowadays, because they poison us through our food, through our water, through our food, through our sky, through whatever, okay? And stress and hustle culture and all the things. We all have, like, most of us have some sort of a hormonal situation going on. That's because our body is not detoxifying itself the correct way. And so I know for sure that I have estrogen dominance, and I found this out about 3 years ago when I got pregnant with twins, and I had a very complicated miscarriage at 10 weeks. And then I found out that I had a fibroid, which a fibroid happens when you have estrogen dominance. A fibroid is like a non-cancerous tumor in your uterus. You can still get pregnant with it, depending on where the position is. Thankfully, in my situation, it's like not in the way, but it does create a more difficult experience. Yeah, some people have multiple fibroids, and that's really fucking sad. And if that's you, I love you and I hug you, and girl, like hugs and love. I've really struggled mentally with having a fibroid. Like I feel like, I don't know, I have this like, this isn't fair. Not that this isn't fair, because that's not even in my personality, but like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, what the fuck? Like, that's the truth. There is like this shame, anger, guilt, confusion, like, what the fuck? And like, doctors will tell you they don't know how they happen. They don't know what causes them. I'm going to tell you what fucking causes fibroid, okay? You want to know, like, my unsolicited, whatever it's called, by fucking true opinion, besides the fact that it's, hormonal imbalance. I think that they happen because of tampons and the chemicals that they put in Tampax. And if you ever go, wow, this has really become a conspiracy theory episode, but if you ever go to Target or Walgreens or wherever the fuck, go to the pads and tampon section and then look at the tampons and then tell me what brands are there. What brands with an S is there? Yeah. There's only one brand, and it's called Tampax, and it just comes in different boxes and different shapes and different colors and different sizes. Plastic, cardboard, super regular, super, and it's all the fucking same. Have you noticed that actually all that this is? I've saw this in like 2020 when I was awoken in 2020. Like I saw this shit and I could not unsee it. Okay. I remember going to Target and looking and being like, is there anything normal here? And then like the alternative is like this organic like brand, but it sucks dick. And I think it's on purpose too, that the ones at Target will hold are the ones that are like really bad. So the tampons that I do use, I get from a place called Plums, which is like a very organic, healthy market, like very bougie organic market. But they also have that same brand in Whole Foods, and it's organic tampons. And I really do trust this brand because since I started using them, I don't get psycho fucking cramps on my period like I used to, because I used to get like insane cramps, like a fucking 10 out of a million, literally like need to be hospitalized level. And it's Tampax, and that's how you get fibroids. You probably leave the tampons there for too long, the chemicals and the fucking thing. I'm telling you. Also, they say, damn, I should do a whole podcast episode on fibroids, but being vitamin D deficient gives you fibroids, different things, but I can't conceptualize that I have this within me. And with stress, it grows. And when you're pregnant, it grows. And I just want it to fucking shrink and disappear. And there's people that make it shrink and disappear. And literally, since I found out that I had it, while I was pregnant 3 years ago, I've kind of lost my fucking shit and try to do everything in my fucking power to make it shrink and make it go away. And I don't know, because thank God, I guess, I haven't had an ultrasound there in like a year. I'm like so curious and so scared. I'm like petrified to know. I don't know. It's like or it can be like really great answer or like a really horrible answer, like a quadrupled or times two. Like, oh my God, that would be the fucking death of me. Well, I want to say this. I'm in this phase of my life where we do want to make a baby soon, start trying to get pregnant. But there were a few things in my life, like there was a few things that I wanted to do. I think both me and Ben, like we both wanted to do before we tried to have a baby. I wanted to regulate my nervous system. I was dealing with panic attacks and anxiety for a really long time. There was just different things. I wanted to lose some weight. There were different cleanses. There were different tests. There were different like things that I wanted to do personally as a human being. I wanted to release a lot of trauma out of my body. I wanted to like heal a bunch of like trauma that I went through in the last like 2 years, unhealed, unsolved shit. And so to me, this cleanse was like the last thing on my list that I needed to do before I tried to have kids. And I remember Ivy always told me, she's very blunt and I love her for it. Sometimes it's like she's more blunt than me, just like blunt, unfiltered, whatever the fuck you want to call it. She would tell me, if you don't do this cleanse, you're not going to have a healthy pregnancy. You're just going to keep having miscarriages. And that's harsh and it's fucked up. And it's my friend and I love her for telling me truth. I know that most people can't handle that type of bluntness, but I really do admire honesty. And my friend Ivy has helped like at this point 50 or 60 women get pregnant just by doing this cleanse alone. She like swears by it. She has a whole highlight on it of all these testimonials of all these women that literally did this cleanse once and just like got pregnant immediately. Women that couldn't get pregnant, women that had like miscarriages, women that like tried IVF, women that tried like all sorts of fucking things and like nothing worked for them. And then they like did this and they fucking got pregnant. Psycho. Ivy also told me that after I do this cleanse, if I don't get pregnant like immediately, like she's like most people, like one time is enough and they just become fertile as fuck because they release so many stones. But if that does not happen on the first round, then just do another round, you know? And so in between the cleanses, I said that you can do them, you can do, what did I say? 8 to 12. The book says to do between 8 to 12. The point is you do it until you don't have stones. But she's just, so in between you could have like a 3-week period, because you do need to let your body rest and your liver like settle down. Literally. I don't even say that like sarcastic, like literally you need to let your liver settle down, because I was fucking still feeling my liver alive, like, I don't know, yesterday or like 2 days ago. It's pretty fucking wild. So you need to let it settle down. And yeah, so she's like, if it doesn't work on the first time, don't worry, just do the cleanse again. Just do it again. It's gonna work. I don't think that I have fertility issues. I just wanna, like, I feel like our body is very sacred. I think children are very sacred. I think birth is very sacred. I think energy, the body, the womb, like just, you know, our uterus, like just spirituality, human beings, life here on earth. Like I think it's all holy and spiritual as fuck. I've wanted and died to be a mother my entire life. I've wanted to be a mother my entire life since I was a little girl. I've always wanted to have a big family. I always wanted to have a lot of kids. And I've been very, very, very intentional with everything. Like I've been really preparing. Not just like eating healthy or like, no, like I've been preparing like my body and soul. Like I've been healing generational traumas. I've been like letting go of like things that have been like, you know, just like from emotions to mental to spiritual to physical, like just on all levels. That way when I do get pregnant, my beautiful starseed magical baby is going to be beyond the fact that it's going to be protected. I want it to live in a very healthy environment, and I want to have a healthy birth and a healthy baby and a healthy pregnancy. And I want, you know, it's like I want it for me, my baby, and my husband, like for our family, our bloodline. Like it's very important for me to have a lot of intentionality behind. I guess that's who I am. I have a lot of intentionality behind everything that I do. And so yeah, I wanted to do this before I got pregnant. I just, you know, and I'm so fucking grateful that I did that, because I have not said this yet. I have said this on Instagram, but I like removed over 1,000 fucking stones. Over 1,000, like 1,000. I'm like, okay, I'm not fucking counting anymore. Whatever. I'm just amazed and shocked and like, wow, this is insane. And releasing those stones was like a spiritual experience. But I'm really, really, really grateful. First of all, I want to say this. I'm very grateful that I did the cleanse. I feel like it changed my life forever. I feel like it was a spiritual journey. I'm going to go back to the fact that I was scared to do it. I kept postponing it. I mean, there was a timeline where I was scared. There was a timeline where it just wasn't the right time. Like, and I want to say this, like, don't do a fucking cleanse like this if you're like in major survival mode or going through a traumatic experience. That is one thing that you should never do when it comes to these types of cleanses, because it will dysregulate your nervous system like 50 times more, which is something that happened to me with the medical medium cleanse. But you know, I didn't even know that I have so much to say about this without even actually getting to it yet. I'm actually amazed at how long I can talk about like one thing. I'm going to say this. So I did the cleanse. So I was scared for a while. You have to drink 1 liter, like I said, of apple juice every day. I always thought that I needed a juicer. Okay, you do not need a juicer. You can just buy your like apple juice, because what you're really after is malic acid, I think it's called, which is a component inside of apple juice. If you buy organic, not like the disgusting fake artificial apple juice, buy like organic clean apple juice, you know, in like a glass container thing. It has malic acid, and malic acid basically softens the stones. The apple juice wasn't bad. Like, I was like, I didn't know, like some people can't tolerate it. I was cool with it. The only thing I will say about it is that it did make my like skin itch, like in my inner thigh. Like it was making me like itchy at like day like 5 or 6 or maybe 4. Like it was kind of like, I think it's just the sugar, because I don't eat that much sugar. Like, so it was a lot. But there is an alternative in the book. The part that I was probably the scaredest for, and yeah, it's the part that most people are like, oh, you gotta do that? Fuck that, I'm out. Is eating salts or drinking salts. So you have this thing where you have to, it's like a fucking science experiment where you have to drink Epsom salt. Epsom. I kept calling it Epstein salt. It's not that. Epsom salt. I finally said it right. I am so proud. Yeah, and I'm like, what the like, when I read that, I'm like, wait, are we talking about the same thing? Because like, I take a shower with that. Like, that's magnesium. Like, what do you mean? Like, those are like little rocks, like in the Dead Sea. Like, what, are you fucking kidding me? Yep, that. And I don't like salt. I just don't like salt. I don't like salt in food. It's not in my like taste palette. Like, I just don't like it. I like spicy stuff. That's like my stuff. I don't like sour. Is salt sour? Like, I don't know. I feel like it is to me. Maybe a little. I don't like sour, but I like spicy. And so, yeah, that was the drinking of the salt was interesting. So you have to drink 4 cups of this salt, and I'm gonna tell you this. Cup 1, I was fucking petrified. First of all, I was like kind of trying to talk my way out of, first of all, doing the cleanse. Okay, let me rewind. The salt thing really scared the shit out of me. But I knew I was gonna do it anyway. It's like, it didn't, like, it mattered that it scared me, but it also like didn't, because when I decide, and I decided that I was gonna do this cleanse like way before, I don't know, I decided like years ago. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna say about drinking the salt. So I knew I was gonna do this cleanse no matter what. I was already gonna do it. I had this idea that like, so I said I was gonna do it, and basically what was happening was, this is what happened in my brain. I'm like, okay, before I get pregnant, I have to do this cleanse. I'm gonna trust Ivy. She's never stirred me wrong. She's a good friend for like 6 years. She just knows things. And I'm like, before I get pregnant, I have to do this cleanse. But then every cycle, every period cycle, I would make up a reason why I was not ready to do it this time. No, next month. No. Like this month, like, I don't know. I would always just do that. And like, a lot of it was like legit. A lot of it had to do with my nervous system. So, you know, I was dealing with panic attacks and anxiety, and I was trying to regulate my nervous system, and I was like, okay, I'm not ready, because I didn't want to like dysregulate and go into like panic attack mode, because what the fuck did we do then? A body that's in survival mode is not going to get pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Like, not survival mode, but like panic attack, like just when the nervous system is completely dysregulated. So first I need to get my nervous system regulated, but that's not linear. You know, it's not like you can be like, oh, I'm going to work on it for 2 months and it's going to get great. You know, it's not like fucking going to the gym. You can attempt to do that, but it has its own timeline. So then when my nervous system was regulated, I was like, I'm going to do it this month. And so here's the thing. You have to, you don't have to, but the best probability to do this cleanse is when there's a new moon. Like, that's the best probability. And you also shouldn't do this while on your period. So you really have to time the two. And so if it's not on a new moon, it can be on a full moon. It's like this whole fucking thing. But I'm like, if I'm going to do it, I want it to be on the new moon. You know, I need everything to be perfect. And perfectionist here. And so I was like, yeah. So then I said, okay, I'm doing it next cycle. And then I was like, you know, I finished my period. I was like, bitch, why aren't we starting? No, tomorrow. No, and I'm like, what are you doing? And I called myself out on my own shit. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Why are we doing this? Like, what's going on? Because I kept saying tomorrow, and then we'll start tomorrow. And I was like, girl, like, what is happening? And I'm really good at calling myself out on my shit. I'm like the queen of shadow work. And I'm like, what's happening? Like, we got the fucking juicer. We can go get up. Like, what is going on? And then I realized subconsciously that, like, what's holding me back is that I'm really scared to drink the salt. So then I thought, oh, like, it's the fucking salt. I'm just, like, scared. I'm scared it'll taste bad. I'm scared I'll gag. I'm scared I won't like it. I mean, you're not going to fucking like it. But, you know, it's just, like, I just wasn't sure about the salt stuff. Something about it, like, really made me panic and freak out. And so I had to, like, calm my nervous system, first of all, because it was just, like, rejecting it. So I needed it to calm down. But I was like, first of all, you don't have to do it. And then I thought, maybe I was telling Ivy, I was like, hey, I want to do it, but I'm scared. I'm scared of the salt. And I was like, oh, like, I have a good idea. Maybe I'll just go drink. I'll just go upstairs right now and get some salt. And then I won't have to wait with the suspense of those 6 days, wondering what it's going to taste like, if it's going to taste horrible, because I was afraid that it would just, I don't know, taste so bad that what? I would quit in the middle? Nope, that's, like, not me as a human being. I would never quit in the fucking middle. There's no fucking way. So I don't really know what it was, but something was not. So Ivy was like, listen, no, I don't think it's a good idea. Don't go fucking drinking salt. And she's smart. I shouldn't have done that. Like, once you go through the whole process and you understand what the salt does, yeah, don't do that. So I was like, okay, fine. She's just like, just take it one day at a fucking time. And I was like, oh my God, that's so true. Okay, fuck it. We're doing it tomorrow or tonight. Now, here's a part that I'm going to emphasize, and it's going to be TMI, and that's okay. We're all grown adults here. But in the book, it specifies that you should do a colonic before the cleanse. And then, I guess, like, on day 6, sometime on day 6, and within 3 days after. It said to do a colonic, and then it gave some other weird option that I have not yet Googled. I don't know what the other option was. And then the third option, if you can't do this and you can't do that, then do an enema. So I was like, I just didn't feel, I've never done a colonic. I don't know, something about it is weird to me. Maybe it's, like, invasive and just, like, not, I don't know. And it was like, there was a time it was trendy. There was a time, I don't know if you remember that time, people were, like, overdoing it. Just like there was a time where kale was, like, really popular and everyone was, like, eating it and drinking it. You know, there's like these funny fake timelines. But I just prefer to do the enema. I'm like, you know what? I can just do this for myself. I'll just do a coffee enema, which I bought, like, special coffee enema. Like, it's like a coffee for enema. It's, like, specifically made for that. It's organic. It's clean. I was like, I'm just going to do that. And I think that's going to be good enough. And I went the day before. I bought all, like, the vegetables and all the things that I could eat. And so in this cleanse, for the most part, you're basically living off of fruits and veggies, white rice, and oatmeal with water. No fats and no protein. So I did the enema before, and then I had done it on day 6, which I still, like, question now that I know what happens during the cleanse. And because during the cleanse, I'm gonna say this, so from day 1 to day 6 during the day, you're eating, okay? And you're drinking the 1 liter of apple juice. And on day 6, your last meal is 1:30. You could wake up earlier and have breakfast, and then at 1:30 you could have, like, steamed rice with vegetables or something. And then you, like, go into a fast for, like, 24 hours, maybe 25 hours. And that's fine by me. But, like, holy fuck, you're just so exhausted at this point. And then you're fasting for 24 hours. But in reality, you've kind of been fasting for, like, a week, because you're just eating, like, veggies and, you know, like you're just like, your stomach is mostly empty. And then you're doing another like 24-hour cleanse or 24-hour fast. And then you're doing an enema too, or like a colonic. And it's like your intestines are fucking clean. Like if you know, you know. And so, yeah, what happens is when you drink the salt water, which I want to talk about this, the salt water, I was like, fuck, am I putting enough salt? Is it not enough salt? Did I stir it? Do I put more salt? Maybe I should put, like, is it good? I don't know. Like, I don't know, you guys. There was no, like, I mean, there was very clear instructions on, like, how much salt to put and how to mix it. It's like a whole science experiment situation. You have to, like, divide it into 4 cups and do it in a specific way. But I was like, is it enough? Is it this? Isn't that? Like, definitely the next time I do this, I'm not going to be as freaked out. And I'm definitely going to do this cleanse again. But I'm just going to have more confidence because I already know, like, okay, whatever I did the first time was obviously fucking effective as fuck. The first cup was like, wait, that's actually not that bad. So the trick is like you close your nose and you drink it with a straw. That's what it says to do. You're like, oh, that was it. That's cool. I got it. Okay. So the easiest cup was the first one. I don't know what was the second easiest, but then 2 hours later, this is on the 6th day, you drink another cup. And so you come kind of confident and cocky, like, oh, the first one wasn't that. It was like, actually, like, I can do this. And you do the second one, but like, no, it's not. It's just the second glass is really hard. You're just like, I mean, it's like, it's hard. It's hard. It's not really hard. It's like, you know, I'd rather taste something else. Okay. Then the following morning, you have to drink another glass. And that glass was fucking terrible. Terrible. It was the most revoltingest, disgustingest fucking thing I have ever drank in my life. It made me so nauseous. You have to drink it at 6 a.m. First thing, you don't brush your teeth. You just drink it. Oh my God. Oh my God. It was really bad. I was gagging. I was nauseous. I was like battling life. And apparently a lot of people say that the third glass is the worst. I was battling life. I was fucking tired. I couldn't keep my eyes up because I barely slept because you could only sleep on your back and I sleep on my side normally. And so, I don't know. And like while you're sleeping that night, like the stones are being like released. So the salt releases the stones into your intestines. And then you're going to sleep and then you're waking up and like the stones are going to come out, but they need to like travel through your intestines, right? It's like this whole science experiment situation. And yeah, that I didn't know I was going to survive, y'all. Oh my God, that was the hardest part of the entire class, was that 6 a.m. third cup of salt. Oh my God, I'll never forget it. I'm going to be forever prepared for it. So, and you have to sit up. Like, so even though you're tired, you have to like sit up. And this shit made me so nauseous. It took me a half an hour to finish it. It made me so nauseous. And then 2 hours later, so at 6 you take it, but then 8 you take another, the last one. And I didn't know how on fucking planet Earth I was going to do it. Oh my God. But I like, there's a part in it that's like, we're at the finish line, but like, holy fuck, I think I'm going to die. I think I would put okay, the first one was the easiest. Then probably the second one. Then the fourth one was the easiest. And then the last one was like the hardest. But the fourth one was still really fucking hard. So literally, you guys, I'm like, I might fuck this up because you have to do everything in an exact fucking timeline. Like by the second, by the minute. Like it's really important because it's also connected to the moon and like circadian rhythm, whatever. Yo, it's like 8 o'clock. So it was 7:53. I am nauseous, deadly nauseous. I'm like, how will I survive? How will I survive? I have a whole cup. How will I survive? like for 2 hours, crazy nauseous. And I have to drink this whole cup. And I shit you guys not, like 7:54. I was like begging God to save me. At 7:54, like my nausea went away. And by 8, I could have drank the last cup, and I did. And the stones that come out of you only come out for like a day, only on day 7. And immediately the moment I was done, the stones were coming out. Okay. And that was like, what a fucking wild experience. Okay. This is so weird, but like, you're literally peeing stones out of your butt. I don't know how that, I think that's the best description that I didn't understand where that water was coming from, but it's clear water and just stones and stones and stones. And I probably went to the bathroom 50 times that day. I'm not even kidding. And it was just stones, over 1,000. It's really wild. It's so fucking wild. There's nothing gross about it. Like, when you actually understand the science and everything about it, there's nothing gross about it. You don't see poop. It's just water and stones, and the stones flow, and you can see the sizes, and it's really wild. So most people start releasing the stones from like, I think like 7 a.m. to like 3 in the afternoon or something. I don't know. That's what I read. The most stones come out in the beginning, okay? And then it starts to fade out. But you need to make sure that you keep going to the bathroom because you don't want a stone to get stuck. Yeah. So I was releasing stones from like 8 a.m. till 3:30 in the morning. Yeah, you heard me. Most people stop, I guess, releasing them at 3 p.m. No, I was releasing them till 3:30 in the morning. I'm like, fuck, I'm really fucking tired. Like, I can't keep doing this. So I know that I did something really right, okay? Whatever fucking thing I did, I did it right. I had a lot of stones. We all have a lot of stones, but it was really fucking amazing. And I also did it on the new moon, so there was the highest probability that the most would come out. It's like energy. And wow. So here is some yeah, I was fucking tired as fuck. Like, after that, you're just like exhausted. And you can start eating, by the way, during that day. Just be gentle. You're supposed to be gentle with yourself for 2 to 3 days. Yeah. So, and I want to reiterate the fact that stones can literally be like a half a lentil, okay? But if a half a lentil, which is like a little fucking dot, gets stuck in your intestines, you will be really fucking sick. And when I say sick, I mean like your face will turn yellow and you will start getting sharp pains in your shoulder, like you're having a stroke, and you'll start vomiting, and just feel insanely horrible. And that's what happened to me. So good times. But before I get into that part, I want to say that I am so happy I did this cleanse. It was life-changing. It was a spiritual experience. I think it was beautiful and magical. Like, it's so weird to say that, but it's true. Some of the incredible things that I felt after. So I want to like give some of the benefits and things. And I read this, but I'm like, well, whatever. I don't know. Like, I read the benefits, and I guess you read it and you're like, that's it. But like, no, really, like, if you're dealing with things, you're like, oh my God, that's fucking everything. I forgot how good it gets, because you just have been experiencing the opposite for a long time. So I'm going to say this. I'm the type of person where there is always something hurting. Okay? My knee hurts, my back hurts, my leg hurts, my foot hurts, my stomach hurts, something is always hurting, my shoulder blade. Even kind of now, because I've been sitting like a fucking weirdo in the stupid chair, and on the couch. But it's like, my back hurts, my foot hurts, my this hurts, my that hurt. I'm that bitch, and I've always been that bitch. And like, Ben always says to me, he's like, when are you going to wake up one day and tell me, today I feel amazing? I can't wait for that day. And I am so grateful and happy to report that, like, I got to do that, like, multiple times. And it just makes me want to cry to tell my husband, like, I feel fucking great today. It was very short-lived, but I think it's still going to keep going. So one thing is that once the cleanse was over, all my body pain went away. All my muscle, bones, pains of whatever, they fucking vanished. And there's something so freeing about that. I felt like I was given a brand new body. That was incredible. I want to keep talking, but like, I just like, can we pause and appreciate the fact that like all body pain completely vanished and disappeared? I think that's amazing. I lost 7.5 pounds. I was not expecting that. I was not trying to lose weight. And that's because when I did the medical medium cleanse, I like think I lost like a pound or two, and then like I gained weight. So that was not part of the cards. But that was very incredible because I have been wanting to lose weight. So that's amazing to me. And then I lost like a lot of bloating. Oh my God, my face got so skinny. I think that like my body had like a lymphatic drainage situation because my face got so skinny. I was shocked. I went to the bathroom so many times, and one of the times I like looked in the mirror, I was like, I had a double take. I was like, wait, what? Is that my face? Like, what the fuck? Like, I haven't even looked at it all day because I've just been running to the bathroom. And I just like looked at myself and I was like, what the fuck? Like, that's me? Like, something about that like really shocked me. My face like fucking shrunk. It was sucked in. It was shrunken. Like, it was wild. That was crazy. Bloating and inflammation goes down significantly. I had like a flat stomach, and I was really proud of that. Excited for that. Like, I was like, oh, I forgot about you. Here we meet again. I feel like off the top of my head, those are like the things that really stand out. One thing that I think is always amazing about liver cleanses is like, it's so amazing and cool to me, is that your armpits don't smell. Like, if you do a cleanse for your liver, well, your armpits just don't smell, period. And like, what I knew is like, you can go like 2 days without taking a shower, fucking 3 days, like your armpits just won't smell. And that's because the reason why your armpits smell is because your liver is working overtime to release toxins, and it's using your skin, which is, your largest organ. And when your armpits don't smell, it basically means that you don't have that much toxins in your body. Your body doesn't need to like overcompensate and like release it from your armpits because there's just so much shit fucking going on that it's like congested. Like, your liver is fucking congested and shit. So that I think is really fucking cool. To me, that's great. Losing the stones is everything because it just means that now my liver is functioning so much better, and my gallbladder, the gallbladder is connected to the liver. Here is something else. I felt closer to God. I felt like I had more access to God. I wonder if it like cleared like my pineal gland. I don't know. I remember I was like cleaning the house and I just started crying like tears of gratitude. Yeah, it was like very special. I remember I left my best friend Elizabeth a voice note at how grateful I was. And then additionally for me, obviously, like, again, like one of my big things was like trying to get rid of the fibroid and stuff like that. And so doing this cleanse really helps if you have like hormone imbalance, estrogen dominance. It helps like clear out like excess estrogen, excess like hormones that's just been sitting around and then just like, fucks you up basically. I really pray and hope that somehow this makes my fibroid shrink. I really hope that this helps me with fertility and a healthy pregnancy. I don't think I fucking know. Period. And that was like the main reason why I did it. Okay. Now here's a big one. Or 2 main reasons why. Well, if there were 3 main reasons, let's do 3 main reasons why I did this cleanse. Was 1, because I want to get pregnant and I want to give my baby a clean, safe home and a healthy pregnancy for myself, my husband, and my baby. That's number one. And future babies. Number two, I did this so that I can help somehow detoxify and maybe make my fibroid disappear, because people have shrunken it or made it vanish. You can get it surgically removed, but a lot of times those surgeries remove your uterus. So is that necessary to do if it's not like in the way? The third reason, and this is like so fucking deep, y'all, okay, is this. Your liver holds on, so every organ in your body holds on to an emotion. Your liver holds on to anger. Anger, betrayal. Your liver, your gallbladder holds on to sadness, sorrow, sadness. Like basically those two organs hold on to anger, sadness, betrayal, all the fucking things. And I have had a shit of a fucking hell of a year in 2025. It was the worst year of my life. And I have never in my life endured such level of betrayal, abandonment, abuse, like mentally, emotionally, and physically, backstab, shock, trauma from the people that I love the most. Literally the people that I love the most. And that's been a really hard pill to swallow. And there's so much trauma and anger and like frustration, anger, sadness, betrayal, like inner child, like trauma, like just all the fucking things. And it was trauma that's been trapped inside of me that I'm like, I want to fucking release it. And doing a liver cleanse and a gallbladder cleanse removes the emotional storage of trauma, because trauma, like, it lives. Sadness, anger, they are like every organ just holds on to the emotions and to the sadness and then to the trauma. So anytime you've been angry, like it's stuck in your liver. It's making your liver like function slower, like your gallbladder, like those emotions, those traumas, those situations, they are stored in that organ. And one of the most healing part of this is that I released a lot of that. I literally released out of my body. And a lot of times they'll tell you, like in cleanses, especially this, that a lot of this is like very emotional for people. Like sometimes people might cry, like in those 6 days. Cry or be angry or be moody or like have emotions pop up. And it's because you're like releasing them. And I just love how I did that through the new moon too. How beautiful. I was also doing a meditation the day before, like the day of the fast. It was such a beautiful spiritual thing. But I needed to literally physically remove and cleanse these sad, traumatic PTSD traumas out of my body. Like literally, like I did not want to get pregnant and have a child like be created in like sadness and in sorrow and in trauma. You know what I'm saying? It's very fucking deep and it's very intentional. I feel like at this point I've said a lot. And I know and I promised that I was going to say all of it, but I think that this podcast episode has been really long, so I'm just going to end it here. Make sure to leave comments if you have any more questions for me. I am going to record a part 2, and in part 2 I'm going to tell you guys what went wrong after the cleanse, and then comparing this to the medical medium and like all the things. The medical medium cleanse, the 369, that's a very popular cleanse to do. So I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed this podcast episode. I hope this gave you comfort, confidence, information, all the things. Please make sure to share my podcast episode with anyone that you think would find this episode useful. And I love you guys, and stay tuned for part 2.